Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shamans Cave. I'm Renee Barabo, and I am excited and actually smiling to be here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sandra Ingerman, and welcome to the Shamans Cave. And so today we have a topic that we've actually addressed in the past, but we want to bring a different element of this topic. And it has to do about songs and shamanism and the power of singing and the power of dancing in shamanic communities. And so if you look at indigenous cultures, if you look at shamanic communities, they're singing and dancing all the time. They're singing and dancing to celebrate. They're singing and dancing to honor their particular helping spirits. Like I live in the Southwest, and there's dances and songs to honor the animal that goes with that particular pueblo, the guardian animal, because that's where they get their food from. And so song is a way of honoring, but mostly how song is actually used in shamanic cultures, especially by shamans, not necessarily by the people in the community, is that you're really getting ready to fly into the unseen realms to meet up with these divine spirits that have so much wisdom and so much healing and so much magic that they want to bring through. But you go to them after reading an email that upset you, or getting stuck in traffic, or having a fight with your boss, and you can't get clear enough to be able to make contact with those helping spirits. And so that's a real complaint that I've been hearing for 40 years. I can't journey, I can't journey, I can't journey. But mostly the reason people can't journey is they go head on into a journey without taking time to do any preparation work. So in shamanic cultures, the shaman was so important for the healing to be successful, for the shaman to be able to completely move their human side, like put it over here, or put it in a box, or put it somewhere where it's not interfering. And then the shaman would put on paraphernalia that was of their helping spirit who was going to be doing the work, and lots of preparation work so that it was now a divine magical figure standing in front of you. It wasn't a human standing in front of you. And that was where the power of the healing came from. So in my beginning workshops, one of the things I talk about is that the way to really get deep into your journey work, and especially your healing work, is to find a power song. So I tell people that I get performance anxiety like everybody does before working on a client. But once I start singing the same power song that I've sang for 40 years, I just sing this song right before I work on a client, I'm gone. I mean, because I've been singing it only before I work on a client. I don't sing it in the car. I don't sing it any place else. So it immediately puts my body right there as a vessel for the helping spirits to come through. And so one of our listeners wrote to us that they really loved a song that I taught on one of our shows, and was wondering more about the songs that we can sing. And yes, we can teach you songs, but I'd like to let Renee weigh in, and I'd love to teach you how to find your power song.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing how you are going to show us how to find our own power song. So most of the songs that I have been given to me, and like Sandra, I have a mantra, a personal mantra that I chose that I guess if I was to say what's closest to what I do is that if I'm doing healing work, I fall back to that mantra. And I don't mean like I fall back to it. It just is kind of becomes this rote thing that I do because I want to get clear. I want to get out of the way, and I want to be a good conduit for spirit to come through. There's other songs that that just come in. When I was trying to earlier in my training, when I was trying to learn songs, I found it really difficult. But then I found all of a sudden, and these are already established songs. In the middle, I'd be waking up in the morning after trying to learn a song for months and months and months. Then all of a sudden, the song would come to me first thing in the morning, and it would be like, wow, oh, I know that song now. And so I think that, as that songs have that animistic quality where they have their own life force, and not all songs are for you. I was mentioning to Sandra before we got started that we were doing a retreat, and when we were doing the retreat, a song came to one of my assistants, which was the wind song. And I don't know, should I just sing the verse of it so people could hear it, or?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we sing this when we're starting our programs. It's more of the apprenticeship program that's ongoing. And what we do is we use it to bring the unity and to balance the energies in the circles so that we are all starting from the same place. But it goes like this. And I have never sung it like out and alone without the whole tribe. Come together, open the door. Come together, we've been here before. Wounded and tired, intentions united. Let the wind blow and heal the soul. Come together, we've been here before. Come together, we've been here before. East, south, west, and north. Let the winds blow and heal the soul. And we sing that to honor each of the four directions. And it came to her, and it came to her, and there was enough heart resonance that now we've made it our, Wind Clan song. And that's the thing about the winds is they bring different pieces to different people, and and then we bring it all together into more of a one unified vision. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed to us, why don't you hit that subscribe button right now? We always forget to advertise ourselves.
And why don't you push that like button while you're pushing the subscribe button? So, yeah, the same thing happened in one of my classes, and back in around 2000, somebody brought through a song that was perfect for the medicine for the earth work, and we just adopted it. And at every medicine for the earth workshop, we just started singing the song, which was, it brings the community together. And so basically, there's a couple of types of songs. I mean, there's lots of songs. I'm just going to put a category into two songs so that this can be easily explained. There's a whole world of what we call circle songs, and they're sung. They were taught by some shamanic teacher back in the 80s, and they ended up being taught at a workshop in Switzerland and in Germany and Brazil and all over the United States. And so they become international songs, and they're wonderful because what happens is they bring groups together. Singing brings groups together, and it opens up people's hearts. I always say, as a person who has suffered lifelong depression, that actually there would be no depression on the planet if people sang. You can't be depressed and sing, really sing at the same time, like you sing in the shower. That kind of singing, it moves your energy, and you actually can't be depressed. my two cures for depression that I think should be patented out there is ice cream and singing. I believe you can't be depressed by eating ice cream. You can't be depressed by singing. So we have these wonderful circle songs, like the song that our listener was talking about was on one of the shows. I sang a song to the morning sun to ask for the sun to take your pain. And in my workshops, on my online workshop, it's the most popular song, and people have actually had miraculous cures by just singing to the sun, which is really amazing. So that's one kind of song. It's the songs that have been taught through, the last 40 years of modern shamanism, hitting the planet in the West. And it brings people together, and it brings people together from different circles, because people from different circles know the songs. And I've been at fire ceremonies where the fire ceremony ended at 10, and we sat around by the fire until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning singing. And there's nothing that brings you to a more passionate and higher space than that. So that's one type of song where the group comes together and they have their circle songs that they sing, and you can sing them alone, and they bring joy. They make you smile. And another type of song in shamanism and is what we call a power song. And shamans have a variety of power songs, and they're typically not words that we would know. They're typically chants on some particular level, but it's not where you learned it from somebody. It's where you just open up your soul. You just let your soul, you can do this alone in your house. You just let your soul sing. And I tell people that one of the most common ways that people get power songs is by sitting by a tree and just humming and sing what comes, and let that hum turn into a chant. And it'll be a chant of words that you've never heard and you don't know. But if it's a song that's really coming from your soul, it will stay with you, and you can sing it before you do really sacred work. And it really does bring you into a different place. So when I was learning, I teach people how to merge with their helping spirits in a group and channel their wisdom, and where people can ask questions of the helping spirits. And so when I was bringing through Isis for a group, I needed a song to invoke her. And it wasn't a song that I wanted to, learn from a circle song. It had to be a song that came from my soul. And so this was the song that came. So I only sing that song when getting ready to bring Isis through for a group. So I never sing it for any other reason except to invoke Isis. And so that's what I mean by a power song, is that shamans had songs that they actually sang to invoke their personal helping spirits, and each helping spirit had a different song, had a different drum rhythm. The shaman would change the rhythm of the drum depending on what spirit was coming in. And so there's two ways that we could work with songs. We could work with circle songs that bring us all together and make us happy and feel like we're holding hands and we're in a community really floating together and holding on to each other. And then there's the personal power songs that, if you get into working with shamanism, can really help you call in your individual helping spirits and can also get your humanness out of the way so that you can do the deepest work possible.
I love that. I think even goes back to when I was working in a restaurant and the relationship that I had with the carrots and, clearing myself out of the way. So, this man that I used to work with, he would say, when you're singing, and if you think somebody, that you say, oh, I can't sing, or I don't have a voice, or I'm not, I don't sing in tune. And when I'm in the circle and I no one should see this, he said, if you think somebody's watching you while you're singing, cover your eyes. That was always the wisdom for me because, there was times that I was asked to lead a song and I would be so self-conscious. And, that's a sure indication of that you're in the ego and not the song. And the song could bring you to the song and brings you a direct revelation to spirit. And I think this is a really nice little topic on this. And I'm glad we got to share on that.
Yeah, I just have two funny stories that we could end with on this. Back in I started teaching in about 1981, and I didn't have a good voice. And I've said this on the show before. I really wanted to get into chorus, and they wouldn't let me in. And my mother begged, and they said no, absolutely no. So here I am in the 80s, singing, and the windows were literally, starting to shake. And my students came out with like the weirdest wording of my songs because they could never get what the words were. And the funniest one was there's a beautiful Celtic song that an opera singer who was a student of mine who's long deceased taught us in a workshop. And it's, let's see if I can sing it. I call to the power of the thunder beings. I call to the power of the earth. I call to the power of the east and west. I call to the power of the north and south. Behold, the time has come. The time has come to unite as one. Behold, the time has come to encircle the earth with our love. So I'm teaching that everywhere around the country. I used to teach in every state except the Deep South. And I was at a workshop in California, and somebody said to me, Sandra, what's a thunder beam? And I'm from Brooklyn, and we dropped the G's. And so here's I've been teaching the song all over the world. I call to the power of the thunder beings. And how it was being taught around the world was I call to the power of the thunder beams. Everybody was asking me what thunder beings were. So that's my funny story about teaching a song of it. So we all have our stories about our voices.
I know. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that I was the first runner-up for the Miss Pogo University contest until I got on stage and started to sing. I think I went from first to last place, but all being, so I guess I never was the beauty pageant queen. But, I never stopped singing. So, all the drill. Follow us on Shamans TV. Tell us maybe your favorite song over at the Shamans Cave. We have like 27,000 people over there, I believe. And we don't accept the posts that aren't about shamanism so much. And truth be told, Sandra, I see her commenting on the ones that are about shamanism, and especially when people are sharing their own experience. And we like to comment on those. It's not a promotional page. It's about sharing your shamanic experiences and questions. So we ask that, and please subscribe to us. And like Sandra said, hit the like button. That helps us grow this to the audience that needs our message the most.
Absolutely. And please remember that there isn't a life form on this planet that does not sing. Plants sing, trees sing, everything that's alive sings. And so when we talk about getting back into balance, when we talk about getting back into health, we have to sing. It's really important to do that. So blessings, everyone, and hit that subscribe button and that like button. And Renee and I send you all lots of love.